Hello guys, Alexei here. Good morning. So today I have to cover a couple of items, topics that one of them was requested by one of you guys, one of my most recent followers. And the first one is, well, the topic is we have a version 8.0 release notes. They added 83 new, sorry, let me show you, 83 new player characters or whatever. Yep, this one. So, I haven't checked in game. Probably, I hope that we'll have the new um icons for the costume characters or something like that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I'm just checking in game, and no, it doesn't seem like it. And then or maybe this is the new game, the new update. Alliance icons. Okay, I mean, I didn't even know that we have alliance icons in game. Let me check. I I don't know if I can do it, alliance members. Yeah, maybe because I'm not the creator or whatever. Okay, so yeah, let's go back. Anyway, that's just for alliance. I thought it was the new icons. And we have a couple of bug fixes: Black Panther, Phoenix, Sound Effects, and Cosmic Crucible Mysterio. So yeah, nothing very important here. Then, obviously, we have the introduction of ages. We will, starting from next year, we will have chapters, year-long chapters of the game that's gonna be called ages. This is, I mean, in the comics, the Age of X is an X-Men base or mutant based comic event that lasted, I don't know for how long, maybe 2 3 years. But and I mean, the name was Age of X because it was the Age of Mutants, of X-Men, Age of X gene or whatever. But I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And obviously now we have the in-game skin for Professor X, his different iterations. This one looks like Brainiac from DC. This one, it's like the old walking able Professor X. This is, as I already mentioned in one of my videos, this is kind of the design from Professor X mind in Phantom X body, and this is, different. This is kind of Lex Luthor, and it's kind of weird. It's all over the place. But now the only important thing here is that he is gonna be the. They already said, I saw it in a video, I think it was Boylon, they already said that this is not going to be exactly like the Apocalypse saga, which was 4 chapters to unlock 4 horsemen and then use those 4 horsemen to unlock Apocalypse. This might be different, still a year long, but different. And again, we don't know how and why, but I think this communication is because of a little bit of backlash from the community stating that they promised that they wouldn't do another year-long event, at least one exactly like Apocalypse, because it was a pain in the ass. And actually, one of the topics today, it's as requested, it's a guide for looking at the Horsemen and then Apocalypse, which is what I'll do. But coming to that point, it was a mess because you had a lot of teams in order to unlock a lot of horsemen. Well, not a lot of 4 horsemen in order to unlock Apocalypse. So it was a lot of resources dumped into useless teams. I mean, by the time you unlocked Apocalypse, those teams were useless. Some of them, actually, not all of them. But yeah, they don't specify how and yeah, exactly how and what will be different from unlocking Professor X, and again, it's basically he's gonna be Dark Dimension 8. So yes, I'm gonna read this precisely. Starting in April, players will undertake a year-long journey to answer these questions, ending with the release of Dark Dimension 8, where players can unlock Professor Xavier as a reward in 2025. So yeah, this is a big change. Instead of a year-long like Apocalypse, it's just DD8. That's it. Simple as that. But I guess they will do something different to DD7 or DD6 or whatever. But we don't know yet. And this will start in April. and from April onwards, I guess give it a year, and April 2025 we'll have the release of Dark Dimension 8. And as usual, from the time it gets released to the time all free-to-play players unlock him, that will be around 6 months, 6 to 9 months, give or take, depending on your progress and where you are at. Now, let me move on to my last and most important topic, which it kind of ties down to this. So, one of you guys, my followers, requested a guide to unlocking the Horsemen, and you can check this information in Marvel Strike Force in the game and then maps section, and you have the maps for the Scourges, right? So, I mean, the Scourges are different, and everyone is different. Ones are for war, others for Cosmic Crucible, others for etc. So I don't, yeah, maybe raid stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, they have done some changes that I will discuss in this video. Let me check how much have I spoken. I don't want this to be a long ass video. I'll cover the most important topics. So there are two main things to consider, right? The first one is the teams needed for the nodes, the 5th and 10th node, for each horseman, and then the other part is obviously, well, it ties down which are the better of those teams, which are the most important characters of those teams, and the other stuff is the recent changes that they did to the Scourge system, which is a pain in the ass. I don't like it. I got impacted with Green Goblin, I think, and I will talk about the before and then the after, right? So let's start with Famine, the first Scourge for unlocking Morgan Le Fay, the Famine Horseman of Apocalypse, and with the changes and everything, the teams that you need up right now are 200 are A-Force, Inhuman, Young Avengers, Infestation, Secret Defender, and New Warriors. Now, I guess this is the easiest Scourge now with these changes. For this one, you just use Secret Defenders. They are still very good for Arena. They are still meta. I use daily, on a daily basis. I use my Miss Marvel, Robbie Reyes, and sometimes I use Black Cat, depending on the enemy team. But anyway, if you don't have Apocalypse, if you don't have Super Scroll, obviously the logical scenario is a full Secret Defenders team for you to use it in Arena. Obviously, there's a Scourge to unlock Black Cat. That's another topic. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to use Infestation. Infestation is a war defense team, not a very good one. It's just good, plain good. Young Avengers is a good. I mean, it's good in war. It's good a little bit in Cosmic Crucible, but it's not great. It's obviously power grip, so don't invest in. I wouldn't recommend investing in unless you are in a heavily war heavy alliance. New Warriors, they are good for Cosmic Crucible, of course. Not great. They have been over obviously. I mean, superseded by Superior 6 and Cabal. That Cabal is the best thing in the world. So, again, A-Force, the only one that it's worth it is obviously Photon, which is Secret Defender for the full 5th Secret Defender team. And Inhuman, come on, don't do it. Simply don't do it. Unless we get a rework for Black Bolt. Other than that, don't do it. Then let's move on to War, which was the second Scourge, difficulty 10. I'm just going to the difficulty 10 because that's where we have this. You don't have to do difficulty 10, but to the second point, you will have to do difficulty 8. And trust me, that I'm speaking from experience with the changes that they did. So it's Ravager, Wave 1 Avengers, Asgardians, and Black Order. Now let me go to the game. So Wave 1 Avengers, Wave 1 Avengers Guardian. I wouldn't use Black Order. They got a rework for War, but it was lackluster. So Nah, don't do it. Wave 1 Avengers. Do we have a tag? Wave 1 Avenger. Yeah. From here, I would use Captain America. He's out of time. He's not right. He's out of time, and from here I use. I think that's it, guys. I use Captain America. Then we have the Asgardians, obviously. Asgardians, right? It's Asgardian. Okay, obviously Ball. That's a no-brainer. She's very good for DD8, DD6, DD7. Captain America is also good, not very good, just good for DD6, DD7. So again, that's what I would take him. Take Vol, and for raids, incursion raids, you still until we get the replacement for Bifrost. This is the team that you need to use in Incursion Raid 3, and I'm gonna talk about it in a second. But I'd use Sylvie. You have already Captain America, Vol. I'd use Sylvie, Beta, and I don't know, maybe Loki. There's another note that you need Gamma, I think. But yeah, again, with Gamma, you may be double dipping for another Scourge, but with this one, you're double dipping for Incursion 2.1, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. My alliance is gonna start tomorrow with 2.2, which will be a pain in the ass, and I don't think my characters will do well enough in the at least level. So that's another topic that I want to talk about, guys. I'll do it at the end of the video, well, after I cover these topics. So yeah, again, you can either do full Bifrost or just plug and play Captain America for this for the War Scourge. Let's move on quickly to Death, third Scourge that we got. And it's Bionic Avenger, Wakandian, and Pegasus. It's a no-brainer, guys. Pegasus. Just go Pegasus. Incursion 2. Incursion 2.2.1.3. That's it. Then Pestilence. Here you have Dark Hunter, Web Warriors, Hive Mind, and an Underworld. Here, I let me go to the game. I could do two things. Either Hive Mind. Obviously, you take Hive Mind as high as possible. And that's it. Like I do. Or, Web Warriors. For Web Warriors, there's just one character that's worth it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Web Warriors, okay. Ghost Spider. Because she's gonna be part of the new Secret Society skill raid for Incursion 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, and obviously, and probably Incursion 3. So yeah, I'd still use her, but you'd have 6 characters, right? So I'd say just use Hive Mind at the moment, at the time being, right? And that's it. Also, Void Knight. Hive Mind, where is Hive Mind? Void Knight, it's very good for Arena. So I use him almost daily. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to take that much time. So let me go to the webpage. So that's it, Pestilence. And that's it. Now I want to talk about the Scourge system. The way it worked before, I don't think I have a Scourge right now because I already have 7 stars all my characters. But the way it worked before, it was you got to do a run, you got to clear milestones or rewards, or yeah, I guess milestones, right? And you got the character shard from those milestones. Usually I try to push to get at least 100 fragments for each character on the first run. Maybe there were a couple of times that I couldn't reach that because of my team levels and investment and everything, but it usually happened. I unlocked the character, which were 100 fragments unlocks on the first run, and then on the payout, on the rewards, you got, depending on how well you did, but if you already got 100, 120 or whatever shards, it was highly likely that you got 100, 120 from the reward payouts. So in total, you would get 200 from each Scourge happening. The second time, I could get that character to 5 stars, 6 stars actually, I think. And the third time, I could get that character to, sorry, my OCD doesn't let me. So you could get that character to 7 stars. It usually took me 3 Scourges to get them to 7 stars. Now, the way it works now is that you don't get, that system was completely changed. You don't get to get shards from milestones and then from payout. The way it works now is you only get shards from milestones themselves, and they are even higher. So before you did, you got like the 100 stars at, I don't know, milestone 16, wherever. Now you will get the 100 shards at milestone 20, milestone 22, something like that. Again, I can tell you right now, but it's very, very, very difficult now. So now let me go to the webpage, because let's just take this example. Before, I tried to do difficulty 7 at the beginning, because I was investing in my teams and everything. The first round, I tried to do it with just the last Scourge activated, which was, again, activate all Cosmic Crucible tags, activate all War tags, activate all Raid tags, everything. Obviously, it applied to the enemies and your teams. But anyway, it was that way. I tried to clear it at least at difficulty 7 with anything except for the last Scourge. Then, second time, I tried to push to difficulty 7 with all Scourge activated, and that's it. I never pushed to difficulty 8 because that was over investment for those teams, and I didn't like it. I mean, I back in the day, for example, this one, it was just web warriors, like literally it was just web warriors and maybe dark hunters. Dark hunters by that time, it was brain dead to invest in them, and maybe just web warriors because they had a little value in rate. And that's it. But I was content on staying at difficulty 7, not pushing difficulty 8 with a full gear tier 16 or 17 web warriors, right? But now that you have these options, of course you can push as far as you want with Hivemind and push to difficulty 8. Again, I'm mentioning difficulty 8 a lot because that's what I needed to 7 star my Green Goblin Classic in the latest Scourge when the changes happened. So by difficulty 7 with all Scourges, I wasn't able to reach the point where I was getting all the shards, like where I started getting shards. So it was like, god damn, boy. And then I pushed to difficulty 8, and of course I got it. I mean, it was Green Goblin, right? No, not that one. But it's just saying something, right? New Avenger, I have to push my new Avengers to gear tier 16, all of them, in order to clear difficulty 8. And that's what you have to do for this, all the Scourges for all the Horsemen. I'm really sorry to tell you that, but that's the way it has to go. Now, for my last topic, guys, I hope this guide helps you out, clears you all your doubts. I have already told you what teams to invest in. And that's it. What the fuck happened, man? Something very weird happened. Anyway, and that's it. So, but again, my last topic, it's regarding to these 2 videos. So, to Arctic, it's saying that Cabal works great in DD7, and while I don't want to contest him, I'm gonna point out to this video from Boylon, that he mentions that the new skill raid team, it's impossible to clear 2.3 without having the full team at gear tier 18. And that's something that I don't know if other content creators have mentioned it, but let me go to the game, right? My Bifrost, let me show you my Bifrost. I mean, my Bifrost at the moment can clear 2.1. What the fuck? I swear I clicked it. Bifrost. That's it. My Bifrost can clear 2.1 at this level, but I think I'll have issues at 2.2, and let's not even talk about 2.3. For 2.2, I guess I'll have to take them to Gear Tier 17. Actually, I already put the mini Unix, so they are kind of ready to be pushed to Gear Tier 17. I don't know if they will work at Gear Tier 17 at 2.3, maybe, maybe not. Now, for Pegasus, for the tech nodes, they kind of struggle at this level, guys. Like, I swear, at this level. Gear tier 18, gear tier 17, and gear tier 16. They struggle. Sometimes they one-shot Ironheart, sometimes they one-shot Rescue. Um, these are the most important. Well, I mean, Rescue is one of the most important characters in this team alongside Kestrel, but I don't know why they always end one-shotting Ironheart, and sometimes happen for Iron Man. So usually at the first fucking round, they one-shot some of my characters. I have to bring them back and so forth, so on. So I think for 2.2, I'll have to take them everybody to Gear Tier 17, and I think that won't work. I guess I'll probably have to take them to Gear Tier 18 for 2.2, and I mean for 2.3, obviously they have to be Gear Tier 18. Extreme X-Men, I have already taken them to Extreme X-Men. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I have already taken them to Gear Tier 17, and they struggle a lot. Obviously, that's because they are 5 red, 5 red, 5 red. But even with this guy, 2 diamond, 1 diamond, Gear Tier 18 and everything, they struggle a lot. They really struggle a lot landing stuff. And I think that's one of the comments from Wallon from the video. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess for 2.2, I'll have to take them to Gear Tier 18, or kind of get them to 7 red, which, I mean, as you can see, it won't happen. I don't plan on spending thousands of dollars into getting these guys to 7 red. So probably the other way is to get them to Gear Tier 18. And let's check Hive Mind. I don't have them that big, and they struggle. So for 2.2, they will struggle a lot. So I'll have to also take them to Gear Tier 17, and for 2.3 probably Gear Tier 18, and obviously Spider Society once they get released. Spider-Verse. I already working on taking Noir to Gear Tier 17, hopefully, and obviously Ghost Spider to Gear Tier 17. For 2.2, for 2.3, I guess it will have to be Gear Tier 18. So going back to both videos, the one from Duartic and Boylon regarding the raids, and Duartic regarding the Cosmic Crucible. So it seems, and that's my conclusion, guy. Almost up to 25 minutes. My conclusion is that it seems like Gear Tier 18 is the new Gear Tier 15. Every new team that gets released, it seems like you have to get them to Gear Tier 18, and there's even no discussion. There's a good thing, there's a bad thing. The bad thing is that you need a lot of resources, obviously. The good thing is that you get to compete at higher content with this. For example, raids, Incursion 2.2, Incursion 2.3. I mean, well, obviously, raids, right? Raids is one of the most important content in the game, because that's where you get all the Crimson Gear orbs. That's the end of the story. That's your main source. So you have to invest heavily into raids. The other one is Arena, because of the course payout. That doesn't make sense not to do it. Arena and raids, right? But there are other contents: War, DD6, DD7, Cosmic Crucible, Blitz, right? The other one that's kind of good, it depends, Arena or Cosmic Crucible. For example, taking Cabal to DD6, it's not important to me, even if they are the newest teams, and the newest characters will always be the best characters for DD6, DD7, obviously, because of power crept. But the I don't compete in Cosmic Crucible. Let me show you. This is my current match at Cosmic Crucible, and I have 2 million teams, and I use already all my teams, so I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not gonna attack even. I don't care. I will lose gladly. So I don't gonna invest in the Cabal to take them to gear tier 18, 16, yeah, but 18 no. But going back to my point, so many teams that you need to have at gear tier 18, because that's the new gear tier 15, that you are actually double dipping for, at least at the moment, DD6. That's my point. That's what I wanna get to for DD6. I have already cleared the first time. I uploaded the video, and that's why some of you guys, well, one of you guys requested me the Horseman guide, and that's it. But let me see if I can already start the second round. Yes, I can. So if you have Pegasus, if you have Bifrost, if you have Bifrost, Extreme X-Men, if you have Hive Man, and you have Spire Society, you'll have a ton of characters. Some of them good characters for Dark Dimension 6. That's good. You won't have to analyze and plan and who will you take, who won't you take. Now, once you have a lot of characters, 20, 30, 50, 100 characters like tier 18, then the planning, selection, and really putting the resources on in the characters that as fair as possible. That's fun for DD6, but at least for DD7, sorry, but at least for DD6 you'll have a ton of characters. And again, if you have the resources and if you want to, why not take Cabal to Gear T18? Why not just do it, right? And you will also double dip for Dark Dimension 6. Again, Cosmic Crucible is not my priority. Alliance and Arena are. So those are the characters that I will take to Gear 13, and those are the characters that I will do the second round or run of DD6, and some of those characters are the ones that I will take to DD7. So that's it from my side. This is gonna be a long ass video, a lot of topics that I had to cover. I could have done different videos, but I wanted to cover because everything is connected, you know, everything is connected. The new teams, the new scourges, the scourge mechanics or rules or whatever, the rewards and everything, the new raids, the new dark dimension, the new dark dimension 8, the new etc. So like everything is connected, so I wanted to talk everything in this video. I'm almost in half-hour mark, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your comments, for your support, and I hope that helps you guys with unlocking Apocalypse, unlocking Mephisto, no, Super Scroll, unlocking Mephisto. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll be seeing you around. Have a great day.